UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beem in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Rich, Rambo, he has to be one of the toughest rivals out there, doesn't he?
This man has almost no weaknesses in his game. And last time they met, Rahm had this player's number. So let's see who will be the better player this week.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event.
The second hole is a long par 3 of typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very...
And there it goes from the sand.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Okay, that hole's behind you now. So no movement there. The player remains at even par.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, that's a handy shot. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
Starting to look really good.
And that makes him tied for first.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The first of the par 5s, Rich, the fourth hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side. That shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
That's a lovely stroke. Had eyes for the whole way.
This player is putting for fun.
Moving right along, they're currently tied for first in the standings, alongside Lexi Thompson.
The fifth at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Rich. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Well, these are good putts to make. Good for momentum, right on 7 feet.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
After a very consistent run of play over the last half a dozen starts or so, Rich, this player's coming with a whole heap of confidence, and they look to me to be one of the players to beat. Do you agree?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
No, that's too bad. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Looks good off the blade.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Leading by a couple after that hole. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker, so make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Ooh, that looks like a pure stroke. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. As we step into the second 9 here, Rich, and the short par 4 10th.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
And this putt to move into first place.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that's going to hoist him into first place. And now at 3 under overall.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Well played, mate. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
Ooh, a couple of birdies on the bounce. Look who's on a roll.
And that will take him to 4 under.
Jon Rahm getting ready for his next shot.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. He's currently sitting in first place. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back 9s.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Our leader is up by 4 shots now. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Okay, let's get back to the action. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And down she goes. Now 2 shots up after that one. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
What's in front of them, Henny?
He'll be happy to hold this. 21 foot.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Oh, so close. Let's try and make this one. Only drop the 1 shot. Currently at 3 under for the event. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hills Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
It's just about 3 feet away.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
And that will do it for this player today.
Well, Rich, that was a tale of 2 nines, wasn't it? A bit of the yin and a bit of the yang.
Yeah, bro. I mean, he just went out there and just didn't really have it going on the back as he did the front because, you know, that's just the way that life goes.
Well, that
UK Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. Luke Elvy and Rich Beem here, bringing you all the action of the final round. And Rich, I love these days. Championships are decided. Has this player got it in them to pull out the win?
Right now, he has not got the victory secured, but a good final round here could see him into the winner's circle.
Well, it's all set up for an exciting event. Can't wait to get into this.
Now, this one looks to be heading down the runway from around 220 yards. Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Ooh, right by the hole. Big putt for par coming up. Currently 1 under for the event. Time to tee off at the second. Looks to be going with the 6 iron.
Not the result they were after there.
A bit short with that effort.
$14 feet to the cup.
An important par save.
Just remember to get that nice rhythm in your stroke.
Tell you what, watch out. This guy's going to be on full tilt here shortly.
Setting up miles from the hole. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Let's get back to it, shall we? And here we are with the third shot. Ooh, that almost went down.
A par putt awaits.
It's looking solid.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Is currently tied for third. This hole is a par 5.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side. That shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing.
And here we are with their fourth. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Oh, yeah, what a shot that was. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well.
Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. 4 strokes off the lead. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Beautiful shot.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
He's currently sitting in second. Let's see what happens here on the 6th. Oh, come on, you're better than that. Well, I know that we're in the booth and not right up close to it, but it doesn't take a smart person to work out that's not a nice lie.
This one could be wet.
Playing their 4th shot.
Just 3 strokes back.
Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
And a par putt awaits him.
Wonderful shot. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Teeing off here at the 7th.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is about 24 feet for him here.
Terrific roll. It even had a chance.
And finishing this hole with a tap-in putt.
We have a par 4 on this one.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
This one needs to kick left. Left yourself an opportunity.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
That's frustrating. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
There it is.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4. That reminded me of the Big Easy. Silky smooth. Time to take their approach shot into the 9th. Yes, any time you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it.
Still a fair way from the hole here. Time to make a long putt.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
It defies gravity, that one. That should have chased out more, but it didn't.
This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Well, after 9, so far, so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
A couple under at this stage, in second place. Not a bad play, that one. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. A bit long on that one.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
This one will run uphill.
Ooh.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Currently 1 under for the tournament.
And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
A chance to go under par here if he can just keep the bogeys off the card. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Now he's eyeing up around 160 here.
This one could take a little bounce to the left. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Was on a good line. Just 3 feet to the cup. This one's looking good. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. Now teeing off on the 12th hole. A chance now from the bunker for an up and down.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Go in. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Now 4 back after that hole. Teeing off here on the 13th hole. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. This shot from 120 yards. 4 shots behind our leader. That was a bit of a miscue.
Found the green side rough.
Wow, from a dodgy lie, Rich. How special was that?
Out of the rough, into the hole. Thank you very much.
Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
He's currently in the 2nd position.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
And this one is for bogey. Okay, steady now. 4 feet to the cup.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
And with that, he's back to even overall. Setting up now on a par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
1 under with a handful to go. And that will take him to 1 under. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. You're going to put your foot down. This is as good a time as any. Oh, well played. Rich, good chance to get this green in 2.
Yes, this player's found the fairway, and now they've got the opportunity to knock this on in 2. Be wary of coming up short and left, obviously in the water, but don't be anxious to miss it out to the right, especially in that bunker that's over in the middle of the green on the right-hand side. That really can wreak havoc with the players. Try and find the green at all costs with this second shot.
That'll sting a bit. And this one is for his par. Well hold. Trailing by 4 strokes. Well, here we go, Rich. We're at the penultimate hole, the 17th.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Oh, just missed. Putting for par. Currently 1 under for the event. 2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
And down she goes, so it's tournament over now.
Well, Henny, I think we're really starting to see the true character of this player. They took on the great Jon Rahm, stared him down, and beat him. That's remarkable.
It is remarkable. It's incredibly bold. A bold move to even challenge a player like Jon Rahm, but then proceed to beat him? This personal win is just going to serve to boost their confidence going into the rest of the season.
On behalf of Rich Beem and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.